Welcome. I'm excited to share some interesting concepts with you. Let's start by looking at a really important point as intelligent machines increasingly handle significant choices, particularly in sensitive areas of our lives. When these advanced systems make big calls that truly impact people or major operations, a crucial question emerges. If something goes wrong or has unexpected consequences, where does the ultimate accountability truly sit? For instance, if an automated assistant makes a significant judgment, who is genuinely responsible? This compels us to think deeply about how we ensure human guidance and clearly define who is answerable. Let's look at the crucial question of who takes the fall when our smart computer programs go awry. Imagine an automated system making a serious medical misdiagnosis, or an algorithm unfairly blocking someone from essential services. When these powerful tools make mistakes that cause real-world harm or injustice, it's absolutely vital to pinpoint where the fault lies. Is the responsibility with the people who coded it, the data it learned from, or the team deploying it? Establishing this line of responsibility isn't just about assigning blame. It's fundamental for building trust, fostering ethical development, and ensuring these technologies truly benefit everyone. Let me introduce you to a crucial shift happening with artificial intelligence. It's no longer just about automating simple tasks. These powerful tools are now deeply involved in decisions that directly shape our well-being. Think about a computer program suggesting life-altering medical care, flagging significant financial activities, or even influencing legal outcomes that determine someone's freedom. When these systems make a mistake, it's not just a minor bug. Their errors can inadvertently lead to unfair treatment, infringe upon basic human dignities, and cause lasting harm to people and entire groups who often had no voice in creating these intricate digital advisors. It's a profound responsibility. Let's break down the complex question that arises when our smart systems don't quite get it right. Picture an automated process designed to assist, but instead, it makes a critical error. Perhaps an algorithm misidentifies a key piece of data, leading to real-world problems. When that happens and harm occurs, everyone starts asking, who's actually on the hook? Is it the group that engineered the foundational software? The organization that decided to put that system into active use? What about the human operator who was overseeing things? Or even the digital intelligence itself? It's a fascinating and increasingly urgent puzzle, without clear-cut answers, forcing us to rethink accountability in the age of advanced technology. Let me explain how tricky things get with advanced computer systems. Imagine a super smart digital assistant that gives you an answer, but can't really show its work or explain why it decided something. Now picture that same system being built by one team, deployed by another, and its outputs interpreted by yet another group of people. Should an error occur, and someone suffers harm, it becomes incredibly difficult to determine who should be held accountable. Everyone involved might genuinely feel they weren't solely responsible, leaving those affected without a clear path to justice or resolution. Let's discover how Europe is leading the charge in making sure artificial intelligence is developed responsibly and ethically. They've recently put together a pioneering set of guidelines, which will start taking effect this coming August. The clever part is how they differentiate. If an AI system could seriously affect people's well-being, their basic freedoms, or even their job prospects, it faces much tougher rules. It's like having different safety checks for a toy car versus a passenger jet. Crucially, these guidelines insist that human decision-making and supervision must be baked into the very foundation of any AI tool, not just tacked on later. This ensures we remain in control. Let's look at why having people in charge, especially when technology is running things, is so crucial. It's not just a suggestion, it's fundamental. Picture it like this. There are actual rules and guidelines, often written into law, that specify who is responsible if something goes wrong. This framework ensures everyone stays accountable for outcomes, defining duties and preventing harm through compliance. But beyond what the rulebook says, there's also a deep sense of what's fair and right. We want to make sure technology serves us without causing unintended harm or bias, and that requires a human touch to guide its use and ensure it aligns with our values. It's truly the essential framework that supports responsible operations. Let's look at how we keep AI systems accountable and safe. It's really about embedding human judgment throughout. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't wait for a wall to fall down to consider safety, right? We need to design AI from the very beginning with potential problems in mind, making sure it's inherently cautious. Plus, the people overseeing these smart systems need genuine tools. clear controls and understandable readouts, so they can actually grasp what the AI is up to and, crucially, step in if something goes awry. And this isn't a single go-live check. It's a constant watchful eye, because these systems learn and change. We're talking about an always-on partnership. Let's examine what true human oversight of artificial intelligence actually means. It's really not enough to simply have a person sitting next to the machine watching it work. Think of it like being a supervisor who isn't allowed to see the report, question the data, or even press the pause button. For a human to genuinely oversee an AI, they need the right tools, clear information about how the AI arrived at its conclusion, and the actual power to step in and change things if necessary. We need interfaces that open up the AI's black box, showing us its confidence and uncertainties, so we can make truly informed decisions instead of just blindly trusting a suggestion. Let me introduce you to a really important idea in the world of artificial intelligence: the principle that people are always in charge. Imagine you're building a sophisticated robot or a smart computer program. Even though this AI can do amazing things, we never want to reach a point where we can't figure out who's ultimately accountable for its actions. Whether it's good or bad, there must always be a specific individual or an organization, a human entity, that takes ownership for what the AI does, from its initial creation all the way through its operation. It's like saying a tool can't be blamed. The person using it is responsible. We ensure there's always someone to answer to. Let's explore the concept of accountability when intelligent systems make choices. It's a truly thought-provoking area, isn't it? Imagine a highly advanced AI that makes an important recommendation or takes an autonomous action. When things go perfectly, who gets the credit? More critically, if there's an error or an unforeseen negative consequence, who is truly responsible? Is it the individual who programmed the system, the company that developed it, or perhaps the person who chose to deploy it? As these systems learn and adapt independently, the traditional lines of fault and praise become wonderfully blurry, pushing us to rethink our entire framework for ownership and moral obligation. Let's break down how accountability works when it comes to artificial intelligence. Think of it like a shared journey, with different groups carrying the torch at various stages. First, the folks who actually build these AI tools, from the initial design to rigorous testing, are responsible for ensuring they're sound and well documented. Then, the organizations that implement or deploy AI have a critical role. They must choose wise applications, closely monitor its performance, and always maintain human oversight. Finally, the people using the AI daily also bear responsibility, understanding its limits, applying common sense to its outputs, and speaking up if something seems incorrect. For this whole system to function properly, and especially when issues arise, keeping clear records at every step is essential, like a detailed logbook that helps us understand exactly what transpired. Let's discover how even advanced computer programs designed to assist critical decisions, like in our legal system, can inadvertently perpetuate unfairness. Picture a digital tool attempting to predict if someone might reoffend. While its intention might be to make things more objective, if the historical information it learns from already contains societal prejudices, the system will reflect them. For instance, it might disproportionately label certain groups as higher risk, not because of actual intent, but because the data it studied showed past disparities. This means the technology isn't truly impartial. It simply mirrors existing biases. That's why human oversight is absolutely essential to scrutinize these automated suggestions, ensuring true fairness and preventing old inequities from being amplified by new innovations. Let me show you how we ensure AI systems are trustworthy and responsible. It's like running a well-oiled machine where everyone has a specific job. You have experts laying down the ground rules for what the AI can and can't do, while others build the actual brain of the system. Then, another group watches its performance closely once it's out in the world. Crucially, we meticulously log every choice the AI makes, every time someone adjusts it, and even track its evolution. We also keep detailed records of its initial design, the data it learned from, and what it's not good at. This layered approach creates full transparency, allowing us to understand and explain its actions at any given moment, ensuring we can always pinpoint responsibility. Let me show you how we think about keeping advanced systems safe and fair. Imagine we're building a powerful new tool. It's thrilling, but we must also be keenly aware of its potential drawbacks. This involves proactively seeking out possible snags before they occur, like ensuring it doesn't accidentally make biased judgments or act in unforeseen ways. We do this by carefully curating the data it learns from, guaranteeing a broad and equitable foundation, Crucially, we also build in safeguards for transparency, allowing us to grasp its reasoning. Finally, ongoing monitoring lets us quickly spot and correct any problems, ensuring these intelligent creations remain beneficial and reliable for all of us. Now, let's dive into how we ensure our smart systems are reliable and act responsibly. It's really about maintaining vigilance from the very first spark of an idea for an AI, all the way through its working life until it's eventually retired. We're constantly checking that the information it learns from is fair, accurate, and truly representative of our diverse world. Think of it like making sure a student gets a balanced, unbiased education. We also intentionally push these systems to their limits, throwing unusual problems or even trying to trick them, just to see how they hold up. Plus, a human hand on the wheel is always essential, ensuring people can step in to guide or correct the AI if needed. And of course, keeping these systems safe from digital attacks or sneaky attempts to change how they work is absolutely paramount. Here's an interesting topic. Have you ever noticed how sometimes we just blindly follow what a computer tells us, even if our gut says otherwise? That's kind of like trusting the technology a bit too much, letting it make decisions for us without really double-checking. On the flip side, imagine a system that constantly cries wolf, giving us bad advice or endless false alarms. Eventually, we just start ignoring it altogether, even when something truly important shows up. Both of these habits, either relying completely on the machine or completely tuning it out, can really mess with our ability to make smart, informed choices, potentially leading to big mistakes. Let's consider how we can prevent simply accepting what our smart systems tell us without thinking. It's crucial that we build in safeguards to ensure human oversight. For instance, imagine a system making a critical recommendation. We should design it so a person must review and approve it, especially when outcomes carry significant impact. Furthermore, the technology itself should help us. It ought to clearly show when it's unsure, suggest other paths, and explain its thinking, making it effortless for us to step in and adjust things. And of course, we need to teach users to thoughtfully assess what they're presented, empowering them to know when their own judgment is essential. Let's discover what happens when we depend too much on our clever machines. While automated systems are fantastic helpers, we risk losing our own crucial abilities if we always let them do the heavy lifting. Imagine always using a calculator. Your mental math might get rusty. Similarly, if we hand over all the decision-making or complex task execution to technology, our deep understanding of the underlying processes can fade. This becomes a real problem when the tech inevitably glitches or gives unexpected results. We might find ourselves unprepared, lacking the sharp skills or critical thinking needed to step in and fix things manually. It's vital to stay engaged, keeping our human brains active and ready to take the reins. It's time to understand that while artificial intelligence is an incredible partner for crunching huge amounts of data and spotting trends, there are moments where human insight is absolutely non-negotiable. Think about selecting the right person for a crucial role. A computer can filter resumes, but truly understanding someone's spirit or how they'll fit with a team needs a person's touch. Or imagine a doctor deciding on a patient's treatment plan. AI might highlight potential issues from scans, but it's the physician who combines that with the patient's unique story and their own wisdom to make the best call. In these vital, life-shaping situations, algorithms are amazing tools, but they can't replace our empathy, our ethical compass, or our ability to weigh complex human factors for a fair and just outcome. Let me help you understand how advanced computer systems are changing medicine. Imagine AI quickly scanning a patient's X-ray or MRI, potentially spotting tiny details that could indicate a problem even before a human eye does. That's a huge step towards catching issues earlier and improving a person's health. However, doctors find it challenging when the AI simply delivers a conclusion without showing its work. They face a tough choice: blindly trust a recommendation they don't grasp, or disregard valuable insight. The real power comes when AI systems can explain why they flagged something, like highlighting specific areas, allowing medical professionals to understand the reasoning. This collaboration, where doctors are also trained to interpret these insights, transforms technology into a truly helpful partner. Let's discover how we truly make choices with smart technology. It's not a solo act for either humans or machines. Picture a shared dance where influences are mutual. When an AI offers advice, it often shapes our thinking and how we view a situation. Every bit of feedback we give, each human choice, teaches the AI, helping it evolve. So the ultimate decision forms through our interplay. Both learn and adapt based on the other's responses. This makes the old notion of human independence in these partnerships pretty old-fashioned. We must wisely guide this collaboration to ensure our human values lead. Let me explain how we ensure things actually get done right and stay on track. It's about intentionally building frameworks where everyone clearly understands what they're responsible for. That's the who owns it part. But it doesn't stop there. We also need smart systems to keep an eye on things like regular check-ins or automatic alerts to make sure those responsibilities are being met and we're heading in the right direction. Think of it like a sports team. Everyone has a specific role, and the coach constantly watches the game, ready to adjust plays if something isn't working. This proactive approach helps us catch issues early and continuously improve. Let's consider how crucial it is for artificial intelligence to do more than just give us correct answers. These systems really need to be built with clarity in mind right from the start. You can't just tack on an explanation after the fact. We need to grasp the why behind every outcome. Imagine it like a trusted advisor who doesn't just offer advice, but also explains which factors weighed most heavily, how certain they are, and what different information might have changed their recommendation. Crucially, all this reasoning must be presented in plain, everyday language. Without this fundamental transparency, it's incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to assign responsibility or learn from mistakes when an AI's decision leads to an unexpected result. Let's explore the concept of how humans and artificial intelligence collaborate in decision-making, often described as human in the loop versus human on the loop. When a human is in the loop, it means a person is actively making the final call, using AI as a knowledgeable assistant providing insights or recommendations. This is ideal for critical moments, like a doctor choosing a personalized treatment plan, where human judgment and empathy are essential. Conversely, being on the loop means the AI takes charge of routine tasks independently. Humans then act as overseers, stepping in only if the system flags something truly unusual or makes a mistake. Picture an automated system processing countless transactions. A human analyst monitors patterns and intervenes solely when something looks genuinely suspicious, rather than checking every single one. Let's discover how we can truly master working with smart technology. Imagine a system that doesn't just give answers, but also whispers, "Hey, I'm not entirely sure about this one," or "This situation looks unique. Maybe a human should double-check." We also need to teach everyone how these digital helpers think, encouraging them to question suggestions, not just accept them blindly, while still appreciating their power. And crucially, we need easy ways for people to share their experiences, reporting glitches, proposing upgrades, or explaining why they chose to override a computer's suggestion. This invaluable feedback becomes the fuel that constantly makes the whole system smarter and more reliable for everyone. Let's consider that we're not just bystanders in the unfolding story of tomorrow. We are, in essence, the navigators. Instead of simply reacting to changes that come our way, we possess the unique ability and responsibility to actively chart our collective course. Imagine our shared future as an open ocean. We have the instruments, the knowledge, and the power to steer our vessel towards a desired destination, rather than letting it be tossed aimlessly by the waves. This means consciously choosing our direction, making deliberate decisions about the kind of world we want to inhabit, and then working together to build that reality, step by careful step. It's about being proactive architects of our destiny, not just passive observers. Here's an interesting topic. When we delve into artificial intelligence, it's crucial to remember that the buck stops with people. Imagine AI as an incredibly clever instrument, like a sophisticated power tool designed to assist us. It lacks its own moral compass, personal values, or the capacity for independent ethical judgment. Consequently, every output an AI generates, every recommendation it offers, and every decision informed by it, ultimately traces back to human choices. We can't simply blame the system if something goes awry. True responsibility for actions and their repercussions is a distinctly human affair, especially when outcomes impact real lives. Let's unpack how we ensure artificial intelligence remains truly accountable. Imagine you're running a busy kitchen. You need clear recipes and rules, governance, and someone checking the ingredients for quality, risk management, before anything even goes into the pot. Crucially, human chefs must always oversee the process, understanding how everything works and having the final say to adjust or intervene if a dish isn't right, ensuring the food is both safe and delicious for everyone. The whole team also needs to constantly think about fairness and prioritize the diner's well-being above just cooking fast. This isn't a one-time inspection. It's an ongoing commitment to learning, adapting, and always improving, because just like recipes, technology evolves. Let me introduce you to an important perspective on artificial intelligence. While this technology presents incredible possibilities for innovation and progress, it also brings a significant responsibility. As these smart systems take on more complex roles and assist with critical choices, it becomes even more vital for us, for humans, to provide careful direction and maintain ultimate accountability. Our unique ethical frameworks, sound judgment, and core values aren't something a machine can replicate. We must ensure that we're always the ones steering the ship, guiding AI thoughtfully so it genuinely enhances lives and upholds our collective well-being, rather than simply letting it lead. It's about a collaboration where human wisdom remains firmly in charge. Thank you for your engagement today. I hope this information serves you well, and thank you for participating.